Greetings. Welcome to my digital drawing board. My name is Lietha, and today we're going to do a Friday cartooning lessons live. And today's cartooning lesson is going to be on how to draw zebras. So those of you that like horses, you might be interested in this. This is a very specialized kind of a horse, part of the horse family. And there's a particular reason why I chose the zebra today. And it's because of the stripes. So I'm going to ask a question in a little bit here, but here's I'm going to switch my screen here. Oh, I don't have that added yet, do I? I'm confused. Having some, there we go. Oh, okay. I was wondering why that wasn't showing up. Sorry about that. All right, so there's the screen reference that I have for my zebras, and or the picture reference. And I'm really torn because I think we only have about time for 2 of these to draw. And the particular reason why I picked to draw the zebras, this one here is a favorite of mine to draw because of the funny angle of the face. But this one here serves my purpose in wanting to draw the zebras in the first place. So I think we might go ahead and just draw the one that works better, even though I don't like it quite as much as the straight-on shot. And we'll end with the full body shot of the zebra there as we finish up. So we'll start with a head and shoulder shot, or maybe a head and neck shot. And so let's do something that I've done in past videos, and that is to trace the zebra, because there's a lot of stuff going on here, and I think it would help us just to be able to look at the zebra without the distraction of the stripes. So I'm going to zoom in, and so let's make a tracing, just a real quick breakdown again of the shapes of the zebra here, and get some very wonderful shapes. I love the shape of horses. Again, I think you probably call it like a muzzle area type of thing. They have a very long nose. Some jokes will mention horses, and the punchline will be something like, "Why the long face?" Well, that works with a zebra too, because they are part of the horse family. Okay, the one eye there. And then the other eye we're not seeing so much of, just a little bit of it right there. So then that shape for where the eye comes out. And then we're not going to worry about the neck too much, just as it kind of leads in. I love the stripes on zebras. They're just kind of mesmerizing to draw. And we have a couple people joining us. Let us know. Let me know where you're from, what area you live in, because I like to know these things. And here's a question I'm going to ask throughout the video. I'm going to save my answer to the very end, but you guys feel free to weigh in on this matter. The debate has gone on for years about whether a zebra is a white animal with black stripes or a black animal with white stripes. So if you have any guesses about that or any input, for those of you that love zebras, let me know. I do have an answer for that, and it's a very interesting answer. Okay, so there's our just a basic tracing of the zebra. All right, I'm not drawing the stripes for a reason. All right, so let's take away our reference. And so there it is. It's very interesting to see something with the pattern that makes it so recognizable. If you take that pattern away, that's what our zebra looks like. And so let's draw that over here. Again, just kind of making a cartoon version of it. Enable my layer here so I know what I'm doing. And then I'm doing this on another layer. We're going to start out with the basic shape of the jaw and eye area of the face. So there's kind of an oval there. All right, and then this view. The reason I didn't want to draw this one because it's a little trickier. It's kind of a 3/4 view, and what I mean by that is that the if the zebra was looking so that we saw the side of its face, that would be a profile. And then the other picture that I showed you that the zebra was straight on, that is a a straight on 100% straight on shot. If you go right in between those, that's a 3/4 view, and this is a 3/4 view, and that angle can kind of be tricky. So I'm putting a line across the top here for where the eyes line up, and then if the bridge of the nose kind of aims out this way, and so we're going to construct it that way, and then one eye goes here, and the other eye goes right about there, and then we draw the top of the nose out. Sometimes doing a drawing is kind of like constructing a model, constructing something, and then we've got that shape on the end here, the nose, the actual nose. So we'll get that basic shape down there, and then another line there, and then that jaw line, which I like to exaggerate on horses in cartoons because it's a lot of fun. Do the same kind of thing on giraffes too. They've got a very pronounced jaw. All right, and then the forehead kind of comes back a little bit. And let's go back down to the nose a little bit because I'm going to draw those nostrils. One goes there, and then the other one you don't see, the other one's on the other side. So we'll just rough that in right there. And then there was like a little crease right about here. And then go down. Ooh, let me fix that. Again, digital has its advantages. And then the placement of the ear. Let's see. We're going to go right up, use that corner of that eye, kind of give us a place to reference for placement there. Okay. It's right about there, and then goes up like that. And then that mane is very interesting. Goes up like that. When I was in art school, one of the teachers there, I don't know if you've heard me tell this story before or not, his name was Jose Delbo. Jose was from South America, and if you know anything about South American culture, cowboy type stories are that's like their superheroes. They like stories about cowboys. And so Jose grew up with comic books with cowboys and that sort of stuff in them. And the artists down there tend to be able to draw horses very, very well because that's a large interest to them. And so when I was in art school and I had Jose for a teacher, he would give horses as lessons because they're tricky to draw, and so that's a good practice thing. And so he'd give us our horse lesson. We'd come back the next week with our horses drawn, and usually the proportions were way off, and they looked awful. And so Jose had his clever lines to kind of criticize us in a fun way. And so he'd say, no, that horse looks like Rin Tin Tin. Oh, if for those of you that are too young to know what Rin Tin Tin is a dog. Okay, so there's our zebra roughed in. What I want to concentrate on with this guy here is the stripes. So we've drawn the horse now. It's a zebra without the stripes. In fact, I'm gonna get a different angle, camera shot here without me in it, so you guys can see this better. All right, and then we're gonna do away with our sketch because I want to give the screen to no, not that one. This one. We're gonna pay attention to the zebra stripes. Now, one thing about the stripes that makes the zebra look so cool is the shape of the zebra itself is an amazing design. God has designed a wonderful creature in the zebra. The horse family, their bodies are very muscular and they got these skinny legs. They're very graceful and they're just cool to look at. All right, but if we were to draw these stripes wrong, and I want to do that in just a second here. I want to show you what some people might do to the stripes, and the stripes actually help us to see the form of the body, the shapes that are going on there, if we do it right. And so let's do it wrong just to make my point here. All right, so this is my sketch. And I'm gonna do something in Photoshop here to help me do this just real quick. I'm gonna make a selection of the outside of the zebra's, the contour of the animal's head, and that will allow me to just do something real quick here and make a point. All right, so I've made a selection there so that I can do something wrong. All right, so let me get my marker up bigger here. Now you notice if you look at the stripes, they're not flat. They go sort of parallel a lot, but they go around the body. So if you drew stripes on a zebra like that, see how flat that looks? And that's not the way it is. I suppose if you're going for a flat look, that's the way to do it. But the stripes, and I'm just doing this for sketch purposes here. We're gonna ink them I'll pencil them in anyway in a little bit here. But the stripes go around the shape because that neck has a shape to it. It's round, and so when you draw the stripes in, imagine the shape of that neck being round, and then draw your shape that goes just on that surface. See the difference there? How that roundness, and again, that's what makes the zebra stripes just look so awesome. Is that they follow the shape of the body of the horse. So there's just a quick why I want to draw stripes. And if you follow comic books and that sort of stuff, superheroes, this was something my art teacher in art school told me too, is some of the best comic book superhero designs help orient the form of the body. If you've got a superhero that has a cool costume, you can tell the muscles and the biceps, and if he's coming towards the camera, the shapes of the lines in the costume help tell the story of how he's moving, how he or she is moving. And so that's a lot of the purpose of the design of those costumes. It's not just to look cool, it's to tell you how the form is moving. So I'm going to do away with my selection there, and we're going to sketch in, use a little bit different color here. Well, this will be a patriotic zebra because I'm going to use the color blue. All right, to draw these stripes, I'm going to use a guideline first, and I'm just going to look at the zebra, and I'm not even going to copy the exact stripes. You can try to do that if you want to. But look at the stripes on the zebra. Try to get a feel for about what's going on there. And then you can kind of make up your own stripes. It'll go a little faster. And you can make a unique zebra versus the one that you see in the picture. So I'm just making a guideline for where the stripes are going to go. Get that shape of the form. And then on the face too, you've got some stripes that again follow that shape around. So I'm just going to follow. And sometimes when you look at creatures or whatever it is, and you just kind of look at them and go, that looks kind of nice, and you admire them that way. But there's something about drawing and analyzing something in greater detail that just makes you just sit back and go, wow, that is so neat. The awe increases the more that you study these things. And if you're a Christian, of course, then that awe, that drawing sense of wonder that you're being focused on can be an increased worship experience. So drawing is actually something that can be very, very pleasing to the Lord. And I find it a wonderful, wonderful experience to use it as a tool, not only to do something that I like to do, but to just increase your appreciation for the design that God has put into his creatures. And being an artist too, it just makes me think what a big insult that the idea of evolution is, that these things they didn't have a creator, that things happen by just chance, random processes, and it really wasn't designed, although they say it looks designed, but it wasn't designed. So once you've got the lines down like that, then what you can do is, and I'm just going to do these in single strokes, is you can build those lines out from the guideline in the middle that you have. And so the zebra has a lot of thick and thin lines on them. So, all right, I'm going to do that on a different layer. And then you can start out thin, and then I'll press some more of my pen, and I get a thicker line. So that's nice. If you've got a marker that kind of does that, you can practice thick and thin inking lines like that. Or else, like I said, just you can start out like this. And then that's what I did when I was a kid. I didn't have any brushes or markers or anything like that did thick and thin. I would draw the line in and then color it in like that. So all right. So that's the zebra face. And it looks like we're going to have limited time on our body, the zebra body. So I might just have to sketch that in, because the zebra has a different a different body type than a lot of horses, the horse family. They look a bit different. But, you know, just like there's different types of dogs. Some are real big and tall and long, and others are short and skinny, and or short and squat, thick, you know. So there's different body types. So, all right, let me see. I'm going to ink this in very, very quickly. So any of you that are drawing along with me, I apologize for the added speed here, but actually let me knock back the sketch there. All right, and then I didn't add too much cartoon to this. Actually, let's see. Let's do that again. There's not that much eye showing. Outline. And so my question again was, are zebras white animals with black stripes or black animals with white stripes? Even if you're watching this after I've recorded this, and this is even days later, weigh in on that and let me know what you think. And I could put a couple cartoony eyes in there, but we'll just draw it like that for now. All right, and then got the jaggy fur, or the hair of the mane. And for those of you that have been to the Creation Museum in the past, anyway, there's a couple animals that used to be there. I think they've moved them to the Ark Encounter now, but there's a Zorus and a Zonky there, and I love those animals. They're just cool looking. One of them's half zebra, half horse, and the other one's half zebra, half donkey. So I'll leave it at that. But again, very, very fast, or a very fast treatment of a cool looking animal. The stripes are just fun to draw. Those stripes, by the way, are very individual to the animals. They're kind of like our fingerprints. So there, the head of the zebra. Fun, starting out breaking down the shapes. All right, let's shut these off, and let's bring up our zebra body, and we'll just kind of get started on sketching that out. All right, so what do we notice from the zebra's body? The zebra has shorter legs than most horses. So its body looks maybe longer or thicker because there's less leg. All right, so that leg joins there, goes out. Again, I'm just looking for the basic shapes to build upon. And then let's move that up a little bit. I think I'm going to have to scooch this around just a tad. Horse legs, dog legs, and animals that stand on fours have these kind of funny looking legs. And that can be a kind of a challenge to draw sometimes. All right, so there's that one. And this one's going back. I like to draw that inside of that leg first and then figure out where that bend is. And then, so that's my advice would be trying to figure out a system that works for you to kind of make sense out of that leg. That one would be closer back there. Or, I mean, for a little further away because it's behind. So there we go. You know what? My legs are a little too long. I think this is looking a little bit too horse-like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shrink it a little bit. In Photoshop, this is something that I do all the time. If I don't get it quite right, I'll just adjust it like that. All right, and then the front legs. Those are kind of going straight down, except right at the end. So you got one on one side, one on the other. And then there's a leg joint right there. So if you see my draw it and know it's, you'll see me drawing legs or lines like that for the legs all the time. I draw kind of a guideline to help you know where the leg's going. And then we gotta kind of keep it consistent with that. And the hoofs on the end. And the other one. The hoof on the end. Sketch that in. All right. And then we're going to have to scooch this over. Well, maybe I'll shrink it down just to give me some more room for the head. I love the thick necks that, well, horses have. Now the zebras looks a bit thicker. Why do you think that is? It might have something to do with that mane that kind of continues that neck shape. And so it looks like there we go. And you know what? That's, well, I guess if this is a cartoon, then that head's a little exaggerated, and that's fine. I would draw the, let's see, I'm going to select that, move that head out a little bit more. Just make that neck not look so stubby. There we go. All right, so we're coming down to the final minutes of our session today. And I had asked the question, is a zebra a white animal with black stripes or a black animal with white stripes? And in my research on this creature, I found out that there actually is an answer to that. And how they found out the answer to that question was really the part that that fascinated me, because they found that the zebra is actually a black animal with white stripes. And what they had to do to find the answer to that question out is they had to look at the embryo of a zebra. So they had to go way back to the beginning, how the zebra was formed, to get the answer for what the animal really was. And I thought, isn't that interesting? That they went back to the very, very beginning, the formation of the zebra, to get the answer for for that question. See, our beginnings can tell us a lot. And again, I'm just trying to follow the shape of the zebra. Look at how it's got these little, I don't know what you'd call that. Kind of looks like a decoration from a military person on their shoulders. One of their things that signify their rank. Let's try to capture the roundness of the zebra. There we go. So there's our cartoon zebra. Again, just looking for the basic shapes of the zebra, and then once you've got that outline drawn in, drawing the detail of the stripes comes next. So get the form, the general shape down first, and then look for, again, the form of the zebra and draw in the guidelines for those stripes, and then build those stripes out from the center guidelines so that you get the stripe right. If you try to do maybe too much at once, and you're drawing the thick and thin of the stripes, and then all at once, you could get kind of disoriented and lose the flow of that, how the shape hugs the form, and the end result might not be what you want. So I would suggest, at least to begin with, to draw those guidelines where the stripes go, and then build on them from there. So there it is, our quick lesson on zebras. So thanks for joining me today. My name is Dan Lietha for Reasons for Hope, the ministry that I work for. And you can check out other videos of ours on YouTube, our YouTube channel, and we have various materials and stuff on Facebook. Also, we have a channel called Get Debunked, getdebunked.org or .com. Check out one of those two. We've got these amazing videos of, they're called debunked videos, and we deal with different topics in life, hard questions that people ask. They're very, very short videos, very fast-paced videos, and they're excellently produced, and they'll give you some answers and things to talk about with other people. So I'd highly suggest that you check those out too, getdebunked.com or .org. So, all right, thanks for joining me today. I'll catch you next time.